Hello guys, this is attempt to repair Dell battery. So I will tell you straight away, to do this doesn't really have much sense. I know this battery was good, it failed on me, laptop wasn't in use, and I managed to actually read with software that there is 3.7 volt on battery, but I don't have software for Dell which will read cells. This one is 7.6 volts. So it means these cells are 2 and 2 in parallel and then in series. So 7.6 volts. There are more batteries like this from Dell and other. You see, these two are not the same size. This is bigger, this is smaller. So these two will be in parallel, these two will be in parallel, and then in series. So I had another batteries like this and they were all the same, but still 7.6 volts. It will be actually much better if they are 14 volts because it's more efficient. The current is lower and it's not basically the losses on this board will be smaller, maybe not significantly, but it's better things. So it was quite simple to disassemble because you have these small, I don't know how to call it, probably latches, which fits in these holes, right? So just went with screwdrivers underneath here, release the latches. The biggest problem was basically this double-sided tape, which you can see on the batteries. It did a little bit damage to aluminum cover, but there is definitely not hole. It just stretches that aluminum. It was quite simple to disassemble. Only thing was when I have to remove board from here, I had to pull this way up, and the connector was the only thing which was holding in this plastic. So theoretically, if we can repair this, it will be easy to put together, which is a very good thing which you can't really do with other batteries. But I don't expect any repair on these batteries. I would say like you can repair probably 1 out of 100, maybe, if the cells are faulty. And in this case, as I said, I knew I have 3.7 volt, and it was right. Sometimes that reading you don't need to be necessarily right if the battery is faulty. So here we're gonna measure. Plus the plus, I can read here, it's up. They say up, so this will be top. And we have 3.7 volt on these. So if it's true that whole battery got 3.7, so we will have 0 on this one. And here we have 120 millivolt. So it can be faulty battery. But I would think it's faulty BMS, battery management system. So let's see. I will try to charge these two battery. You have to go really with low current at the beginning, and maybe the battery will be good, I don't know. But it's definitely different than this. Something is different. Battery can be maybe lower capacity, maybe one cell is not good. It's not swollen, so this one actually looks a little bit thicker, feels thicker. Yeah, this one feels thicker. So can be one faulty cell, maybe. The internal resistance is too high. Maybe if I charge this, the battery will work. I don't know. And then probably swap this. Even if you swap it with different battery, similar battery will be fine, because if there is, this one is 3.7, it's not that high. It's significant amount of charge, but even if they are not almost the same, let's say it's your laptop, you're not gonna charge it all the way to 0, and then if you keep it, if you discharge it completely and keep it stored like that for a year or two, that's what can appear like this. But if the battery's got a like low internal resistance, which should be like maximum, I would say giga ohm, or very low, very high, because in lithium battery basically the discharge is really low over the age. It's super low, I would say. They will, if you leave them on its own, they will not discharge in, I don't know, 20-30 years maybe. You leave it 10 years and they are almost the same. So the internal resistance is almost, I would say, super very high. So we will see. I will try to charge it, and how I'm charging, I don't have actually bench power supply, so I'm using this solar panels. It's ideal thing, because the solar panels usually work from 0 volt. They got no problem. They got internal resistance pretty high, and they're not gonna burn. So I'll connect just this. The current is not that big. In this case, they say is 1.2 amp, 1.2 amp. You see short circuit current, but it's definitely not more than 300 milliamps in this case. So I'm gonna put it on that, and I will see. And maybe if I replace this one, the battery will work. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another video after charging, but you will definitely have this in description. So if you wanna know the result, go to description of video and you will see how it went. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope it helps. See you on another one. Subscription will really help. So we are charging this battery with solar panels. The battery, if it is new, it will have almost 10 ampere hours. These solar panels on the sun, on the straight sun, 250 milliamperes. So it will be 40 hours. And of course we count probably if it's got probably half capacity, probably 20%. So it's 10 hours. So in 10 hours we will have to check regularly, just to make sure. That we are not going to kill the battery, because that solar panel will go up to 7 volts. So you get 141 millivolt, and rising slowly. That's the advantage of these solar panels. You keep it in the shade. At the beginning you need to charge very slowly, and that's what you want. You want to charge very slowly at the beginning. The voltage goes up, and you see the cells probably, as I said, this one is a little bit thicker, so probably that one is damaged, but it probably doesn't have capacity. Yeah, probably its internal resistance is higher. It's not infinity as it should be. As I said before, super high. It's charged very slow, so gonna wait. I'm gonna probably put it, I don't have sun anyway. I'm gonna speed it up. This is like half milliampere in the shade. So we will see. So it goes really far at the beginning, really fast. Despite we are not on the sun. It's probably only 1-2 milliamperes, maximum few milliamperes. And in few minutes we are already at 800 millivolts. So if I reach like 2 volts, just put it on the sun, and then I have to watch it to make sure I will not go over 4.2 volts. So as you can see, we got it to 0.63. We got it actually to 1.5 volt, but the rain started, so I don't get solar energy into it, and it's going down. So it's obvious that the battery is faulty, and I hope it's only one of them. It was on 120 millivolt, so I believe that didn't damage the battery, the good one. I guess the one of them failed, and that's why this voltage dropped, but I believe one of them was good, so let's hope this dropped to 120 millivolts, didn't kill the second battery. If not, in that case we will just remove the wrong one, and we can test it and see if the Dell will allow basically the battery operate normally if it goes back, because if the one reached 0 volt, the BMS can kind of like go to sleep like permanently. In the past it was able to wake up by plugging charger. So let's see if Dell will allow us to repair this. Actually, in the worst case we will have to replace the cells, but if only one is bad and I remove the bad one, it should actually work. Of course it won't be the best, but it will work. So let's see. If you don't see the end, because I probably won't be able to put it in laptop within 3 months, so probably come back in 3 months.